says right here on the package, end greasing frustration. Grease goes in, not on the machine. Well, it was doing both. Ending greasing frustration. Same problem. Hello everyone and welcome back to Franzmeyer Farms. So today, I didn't really film anything, but it's raining a little bit. I'll show you what we got done on the spray trailer. We cut out more of these pockets. I think I talked about that in the last video. So we cut some more of them out, and it was still really hard to get it in. But we got it pulled through, got a coupler put on the end, and got it cut to length. Now we're gonna get the welder out and put some bolts. We're gonna just weld some bolts on the sides to kind of hold the hose back in, and I'll make a bracket here so that the hose can loop around. Welcome back, it's the next day. As you can see behind me, we got the boom for the side of the trailer pretty much wrapped up. We got paint on it, so paint is drying. We got this for the handle to go into, and some bolts welded on the sides for the hose to lay on. Also got a strap and holder here to loop over the hose, and got this little arrangement for the hose to gently make a loop around. Also, it's not fully complete yet. We're gonna put a coat of poly on the top, and it looks a little jank, but it'll work. We can't have this support underneath because, well, the door's there, so we got a support there, and then we got this leg here to hold it. So now I got a nice platform here for mixing, and got my jug cutter here. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. Right now we're working on some rods that are gonna go in here so that we can just open and close these from standing up. Also, I got some fittings for here. That's gonna be a clean out for end of season if we need to blow any of the lines out with water. But the one that we're gonna use mainly is the one right over here. As you can see, got the air hose run here. And so when we're done, we'll shut that valve off, open this, and it'll blow that line clean. So that'll be nice. I got a fitting ordered from Farm Chem to go underneath of the trailer. These are the main two air lines, and then they go to these soft lines because this rear subframe can slide forward and backward. So I'm going to cut the supply line and put a T in, and not going to do anything with the service line, but the supply line for going to the air tank, I'm going to cut that, put a T in, and then route the hose up over here to the side, and then go up through, which should get us, it's going to be about right here, so that should get us right around the end of the pump there, and then I can have the extra hose wrapped up. All right, we got these rods painted, and they dried last night, so I'm gonna put them in this morning. This rod is gonna go on this side. This rod is gonna go over here. So the rod loops in the end here like that, and then I'll put the handle back on. That one, and that one. So now, if I pull this up, it shuts it off. Push it down, goes down, pull it up, goes up. And then same with this one, except this one it just it doesn't pull because this brace is so close. So that way open, that way closed. All right, we got some poly, so we're gonna throw some poly on the table that I made in the water trailer here. It's another beautiful day without wind, and it's about 70 degrees today. So things are really drying up. So we want to get things ready because any day now we could start spraying. We're waiting on an air fitting that I ordered a few days ago, which could be coming today to get this trailer pretty much wrapped up. And then after this weekend, we're not supposed to have any freezing temperatures anymore. So then we'll be able to test for leaks in the trailer here. All right, we got first coat on, so we'll let it dry and come back to that tomorrow. It's so nice out. We got the field cultivator hooked up, and Trevor's working on knocking off the sweeps right now, some of the bad ones, and we're gonna go through that, check tire pressures, and grease it. Yeah, nice thick coat, and I left it in there. Tried to put the lid back on and put another coat on tomorrow. These are supposed to be 80 tomorrow. Gonna bring the field cultivator over in front of the shop now and check tire pressures. We got the sweeps changed, so we're gonna check tire pressures and give it some grease. Now I don't know why it was working fine when I first installed it, and I got this pressure return so that hopefully I didn't ruin these ends if I found a Zerk that didn't take grease. So it looks fine now. You can see the end, everything looks normal. I take a normal grease fitting and put it in there, and it doesn't go all the way in. It just stays out a little bit. This collar doesn't go all the way. So what happens is, when I decide to give it grease with the trigger, you can see all these little corners. Yeah, massive amounts of grease comes out of those little corners, and just makes a huge mess. I'd still get the fitting greased, like on the field cultivator there where I went on my first one, but then I have a gob of grease about that big around it, which shouldn't be. And I don't feel that I should have to replace this already after 2 weeks, because these things are like, I don't know, 30 bucks. But I guess I'm gonna put a kit in it, and hopefully that solves the problem, because I don't like leaving huge globs of grease around on everything, and I've probably got 20 grease zerks I need to hit on that thing. So I guess I'll change out this cartridge. It says right here on the package, end greasing frustration. Grease goes in, not on the machine. Well, it was doing both. And now I gotta replace this little pieces in there, all those little metal bits, because I'm thinking that that's what's not locking onto the fitting. Ending greasing frustration. Same problem. I just don't get it. Why? These are normal grease zerks. Well, not as bad of a mess on this one, but look at this first one. Look at that. Not good. Well, we got the vehicle elevator done. Tire pressures are checked and set, and it's all greased up. So Dad's gonna go across the road to the north and try working some hog manure. We like to work it twice, once early at a sharp angle, and then a second time at an opposite angle right before we plant, just to help mix any of the manure in case of uneven applications. So he's gonna head out there and I'll get you some drone shots. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed those drone clips of Dad yesterday. It's the next day. I didn't film anymore last night. We got the 9360 hooked up to my high-speed disc, as you can see behind me, and I started working the field that we disced with the regular disc last fall, just to work it down and basically get it ready for planting. I know we won't plant it at least for a few weeks, but it's good weather, so we thought, why not? So we're working it down. I got 41 acres of it done last night, so I got about an hour left, hour and a half left to do today, and that'll be it for me. Dad went on last night and started to work a quarter, and so he's just going out to finish that. So we're about to pull into the field. So this thing's a little bit different. It's got this rope that you got to pull to unfold it. It's kind of a safety deal, so it doesn't unfold unless you pull this rope. The folding goes into float, and then I'll cover him up. And I like to use iTech here, so I got this set up to do a little sequence. So we're gonna use that once we about killed it. We're gonna use that once we get going in the field here. So I'm gonna drive over to where I left off last night. Here you can see where I left off last night. Okay, auto track, click that. Gonna lower it. It raised my speed and it should shift gears. There it goes. I will say that this is one of the roughest tractors that we have on the farm. I know that the field is definitely not smooth, but jeepers. This would get old being in here all day. I know the 11.5 mile an hour doesn't help things either, but it's doing a wonderful job back here. It was doing a wonderful job last night too. It got dark and I went for a while, but I wanted to quit in case I saw any wet spots because I didn't want to make a mess out of things. But I know it's hard to tell on camera, but it looks real nice out there. So in 3 weeks or whenever we decide to drill, it'll work nice. Well, after I ended off the last clip, I ended up doing another 80-acre field and some ends of a couple fields. I didn't film that. Cleaned off the disc, and Dad got done field cultivating what he wanted to field cultivate, so he kind of brushed the dirt off of the frame of that, and we parked him away in the shed here. So that's going to be a wrap on this video. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.